Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, MegaCrasher's here, and are you guys ready for the second half of our mini-series of my team from Pokemon Sun and Moon? Now, in the last video, if you guys haven't seen it, I will gladly drop a link in the description box down below, but what I did is I presented you guys with my in-game team for Pokemon Moon. Now, I made a couple of rules for myself to make things a little more challenging. Number one, I can't have any of the box art legendaries or mythical Pokemon or event Pokemon, with the exception of one of the 4 Island Guardians. I also cannot have more than 2 Alolan forms, and I also cannot have any of the Ultra Beasts. And I just gotta say, before we get on to the main point of the video, I just gotta say thank you guys so much for the amount of love and support that you guys have shown that video. I had honestly never thought that we would have as many likes and comments as we did. I asked for a like goal of 20 likes because I didn't know how good the video was gonna do. Fucking blew past that shit, man. I got nothing but the utmost thanks and hyperactivity for all of you guys. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with my team for Pokemon Sun, baby! Woohoo! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, presenting you my first member of MegaCrasher's Sun team, and the captain of this team is going to be my fire starter known as Incineroar. Just take a look at this. I mean, this thing clearly belongs in a wrestling ring, and more specifically, a wrestling ring of fire, as you can see as its background. It needs to be in the WWE because it would shine brighter than the sun, man. And I just gotta say, with its fire dark typing being only the second ever Pokemon to have this coveted typing, the first of course being Houndoom, this Pokemon is going to be very unique right off the bat, not just offensively but defensively too, because the fire dark typing, like I said, very unique. And you have a really nice set of resistances, and you also have a few weaknesses, but the thing of it is that this Pokemon don't give a damn what it's weak to, because it will Darkness Lariat you into oblivion regardless. And I just gotta say, I am so very much excited to see how these stats and how its move pool is going to turn out. If I was to guess, I would say that this thing is going to be a very heavy hitter on the physical side, with some really good physical bulk as well. It might be a little bit slow in the speed, but hey, you never know. Maybe this thing could be extremely fast and frail and be insanely difficult to deal with on the physical side. So, with all that being said though, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started on our Sun team. Allow me to present you guys with our second member! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the second member of our Pokemon Sun roster comes in the form of Serena. And I just got to say that this Pokemon is not only beautiful and gorgeous as hell, but I cannot wait to see how this thing performs in battle. I mean, especially given the fact that it has the ability Queenly Majesty, which completely screws over any priority moves. I just gotta say that this Pokemon is already looking broken as hell, but we have yet to know what its move pool and stats are going to be like. I'm willing to bet, if I was to take a well-educated guess, that this is going to be a physical variation of Lilligant, who is a 5th generation Grass-type Pokemon, and this is obviously a 7th generation Grass-type Pokemon, and this thing is looking to be a physical attacker, especially given the fact that its signature move, known as Trop Kick, is a physical move, and it lowers the attack of the opponents by 1 stage. Which means that if this Pokemon was to capitalize on its relatively good bulk, if it had good defensive stats, you could actually run a defensive set with Trop Kick to spam and just annoy the hell out of your opponents. And that is one of very many reasons as to why I'm using this Pokemon, not just in my Pokemon Sun team, but hopefully when the stats and the move pool get released, I might be able to try this Pokemon out competitively too. But this isn't a competitive team because it's just for fun, baby! So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that rounds off member number 2. It's time to get on to the third member! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, allow me to present you guys with the third member of our Pokemon Sun team, and it comes in the form of a Lowland Sandslash. Now, like regular Sandslash being a pure ground type, this Pokemon is vastly different than its counterpart because of its steel and ice typing. Now, while it is very arguable saying that this typing could in fact be really bad, considering the fact that it has 2 4x weaknesses, that being to fire and fighting, and you have a weakness to ground, you actually have a really awesome defensive ability because of the fact that you still have a lot of resistances backed up by its steel typing. Well, like I said, even though you have 2 4x weaknesses that would easily obliterate this thing, if this Pokemon has really solid stats to take advantage of its unique typing and a really different move pool, as well as maybe some recovery moves, who knows? Maybe this Pokemon will actually be really good. But the thing of it is that I don't give a shit if it's a good or a bad Pokemon. I'm choosing this Pokemon as part of my team, man. It looks so cool. No pun intended because of its ice typing and all that stuff. Well, maybe a little bit of a pun. But the thing of it is that this typing and this design is so badass. And I honestly cannot wait to see how well it turns out in battle. Not just stat-wise, but move pool-wise, too. But ladies and gentlemen, we are just halfway through our team, baby! It is now time to move on to the next member of our Pokemon Sun team! Woohoo! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present you guys with team member number 4! Coming in the form of a Lowland Raichu. Now, a Lowland Raichu with a very unique first-time type combination of electric and psychic. You're bound to have a lot of fun with this Pokemon right here. It is going to be so interesting to see what kind of stats and what kind of move pool this Pokemon is going to have. As we have seen demonstrated in the past trailers of Pokemon Sun and Moon with the Lowland Raichu, we can see that it knows some form of psychic attacks. So definitely we are going to be seeing this Pokemon using the likes of psychic moves, not to mention electrified moves as well. And I'm willing to bet that this Pokemon is actually going to have a really good move pool to make use of, because Psychic-type Pokemon, generally speaking, have a wide move pool to make use of. You got the likes of Alakazam, got the likes of Mew, Mewtwo, Pokemon that have a smorgasbord of moves to make use of, and I'm willing to bet that it's going to work similar to the effect right here in this situation with Lowland Raichu. Now, the thing with this Pokemon right here is it has a very useful resistance to the likes of fighting, so that means that with this Pokemon here, you're not going to have to worry so much about a Lowland Sandslash's 4x weakness to fighting, because you can just switch it into Raichu and be like, yep, well, I can just eat up a couple of fists and blast your ass with psychic powers, baby. But aside from all that, its looks are fucking incredible. I love a Lowland Raichu, and when my buddy Jonathan seen a Lowland Raichu, he flipped his shit, because Raichu is one of his favorite original Pokemon, and the fact that it got a huge makeover, man, he is excited, and I couldn't be any more happier for him because of this right here. So this is also one of the reasons why a Lowland Raichu has found a spot on my team, is from my buddy Jonathan. So Jonathan, my man, hope you guys enjoy this. It is now time to reveal team member number 5! Allow me to present you guys with team member number 5, coming in the form of the dragon fighting type Pokemon known as Kommo-o. And I just got to say that if I was to make an educated guess, this is, in fact, going to be the pseudo-legendary of our generation, known as Pokemon Sun and Moon, because of the fact that it has a 3-stage evolution, and it looks like a really scary, tough Pokemon. Now, even though this thing has a 4x weakness to Fairy-type moves, that's quite alright, because Dragon Fighting is a really solid offensive typing, as well as somewhat defensively too, because you have a nifty set of weakness and resistances. And I just gotta say, I am so excited, not just by its design, that's one of the biggest reasons why I chose it, but I'm also very excited to see how its stats and move pool is going to turn out. And with the move Clanging Scales, I just gotta say, I'm really excited to see the base power of that move too. And although it does lower your defense by 1 stage, I'm willing to bet that it's going to be up there in power with the likes of Dragon Ascent and Close Combat, because you got those two moves at base 120 power that lower both defensive stats by 1 stage, and this attack clanging scales lowering the defense stat by 1 stage, and just the defense, I'm willing to bet that's going to be similar in power, maybe base 90, maybe base 100, I don't even know, man, but this Pokemon Dragon Fighting, it has to know the likes of Close Combat and Drain Punch, maybe Bulk Up and Swords Dance and Dragon Dance and all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of potential for this Pokemon, so I am just so very much excited to see how this Pokemon is going to turn out in battle with stats and move pool and all that good stuff, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not through yet. We still have yet to introduce you to the last member of MegaCrasher's Team Moon Squad, baby. Woo! And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, allow me to present you guys with the last final member of our team, known as Tapu Fini. And Tapu Fini has a very unique typing of water and fairy. Now, this Pokemon right here, having a water fairy typing, just screams to be picked. Not to mention, its design is absolutely adorable and incredible. And because of the fact it's also one of 4 Island Guardians, it's meant to be really strong move pool and stat-wise because of the fact that it also has access to Nature's Madness, which is a variation of Super Fang that cuts your opponent's HP in half right off the bat. This Pokemon, because of that move and that move alone, is pretty damn scary. And then you could just one-shot it the next turn with a really powerful water or fairy-type move. And I am also really excited because of the fact that this forms a really nice Fire, Grass, Water core with Incineroar and Serena. So that means that this Pokemon is going to have a defensive as well as offensive niche on this team. And I am just so excited to see what kind of a move pool and what kind of stats this Pokemon is going to have. If I was to guess, I'm willing to bet that this Pokemon is going to be really defensive with a lot of special attack. That right there is just my best guess because we have seen this Pokemon use the likes of Moonblast and Hydro Pump. So it's kind of a reveal to me that it could, in fact, be a special attacker. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Please don't get that twisted. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to conclude this video on MegaCrasher's Team Sun roster, baby. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know in the comment section down below what team you are going to have for Pokemon Sun. And like I said, if you guys missed the first part of this video, I will leave a link of it in the description box down below. That video is going to be consisting of my Pokemon Moon team that I will be using through my playthrough, like I'm using this one right here for my Sun playthrough. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you fire off a like, because it's Pokemon Sun and Moon hype, and because you guys absolutely obliterated the last like goal for this video, then let's see if we can aim for 40 likes. I know this is a big like goal, but we can do it, baby. And if you want more content like this, make sure you rate, comment, share, channel, share this video, and subscribe today to MegaCrasher in the community for the best. And my god, I mean without a shadow of a doubt, the best Pokemon Sun and Moon news hype that there is today on YouTube, and just overall the best hype and entertainment that you can find right now, right here, when it comes to Pokemon content done by this crazy nuthouse known as MegaCrasher. Because you guys already know the deal by now, my friends. When we're community type Panctine is one, you know that we shine brighter than the sun and the moon combined. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next upload!